Got the front derailleur all cleaned up, and that really shined up very nicely. I do have to put some of that Meguiar's, again, I think it's called Black Magic, on this, what someone told me in the comments was Bakelite. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I think the Black Magic will work on there nicely, as I said it was in the last video on this other lever. And then I got the other brake done as well. Parts are starting to pile up on the left-hand side, which means they're all done and ready to reassemble. And not much left on the right-hand side. I do have the light there that you saw, and then those are the fenders, and here is the rear wheel. And it's the rear wheel that we're going to get started on. That's what's happening on this episode of Featherstone Bicycles. First thing we're going to do is take off the reflector. We're going to get the tire off the wheel, which I think this one's going to come off pretty easily, like that, not that easily. That's all toast. Our rim strip. Yep. All gone. And fortunately, because of my new large bin of freewheel removal tools, I have the right tool for this freewheel, which I'll put in the vise. Actually, there's two flats in here, and then get my wheel in there. I have to move you just a tad. Get that locked in there, and then it goes counterclockwise. There it goes. There we go. I wanted to show you here, after I got the freewheel off, I started to take the spoke protector off and it wouldn't come off. And I noticed, probably not going to be able to see it on the camera, but the back of the freewheel has a little bit of witness mark here where it's tightened up against the base of the spoke, the metal part of the spoke protector. It's a combination metal and plastic, and it kind of disformed it a little bit, I think, and it wouldn't come off, but I'm able to actually just sort of wiggle it a little bit, hopefully without breaking the plastic. There we go. Hopefully by now you know the drill. take a break from disassembling the back wheel to clean up this freewheel, and I'm going to use the gear clean tool from Park Tool. This is GSC1. I don't know what the S stands for. Maybe gear sprocket cleaner. Who knows? But it's pretty good at getting in. It's not pretty good, it's real good at getting in between and down in between the various sprockets. This next part is pretty tedious, so I won't bore you with the entire thing, but I take Q-tips. Sometimes you have to pull the cotton off a little bit so you can get all the way down in there and get that clean. Not the least of which is to get all any remaining solvent out of there. I gotta tell you, as I was cleaning this up, and it did clean up very nicely, I came across another 82. That's, I believe, the third place on this bike that I've seen that. So I'm starting to think this is a 1982. It says, by the way, it's Maillard, or Maillard, made in France. But there's an 82 stamped on there. And there's an 82 on the wheels. And there's an 82 at least one other place. I can't remember now where that was. So, I know the title of the video says it's a late 70s, but I'm starting to think it's 82. It was a little hard to turn, so I put some of my finish line cleaner and lubricant in that, just squirted in that gap there. Underneath here is where all the ball bearings are, and spins very nicely. Next thing is clean up this spoke guard a little bit, or a lot. I can see, I mentioned about that freewheel deforming. Listen, as I'm sticking the Q-tip in here to try to clean out this gap, I think the gap was created from that freewheel pressing against it, and there's definitely a deformity right here in it where the Q-tip is getting stuck on there. That's not good. The simple green has migrated underneath the metal part, between the metal part and the plastic part. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to get anything in there to clean that. All right, that was not good. Well, that was a really hard lesson learned. The way this is attached, the way the metal is attached to the plastic, is there's these little nubs, whatever you want to call them, coming up from the plastic. And my best guess is that they were heated after this was on to form like a rivet over the metal. And I tried first like prying it up, thinking that I could then heat it back into shape, but I was gonna, deform the metal and possibly crack the plastic, and then I'd be screwed. So what I did, the best I could, was to wedge a putty knife under there and then stick the corner of a paper towel like that and try to get most of it out that way. At least soak up the liquid. I can then scrape a little bit to the edge there and get it out that way. It's not perfect, but it's going to have to do. So I'm going to clean up the wheel reflector. Going to do it for this episode. Next week we will clean up the rest of the wheel parts and maybe start on the fenders and the lights. Thanks for sticking with me, and I hope to see you next time on Featherstone Bicycles.